Hi, this is Shava Martinez, and I'm going to provide you with a tutorial on how to use archive.org, which is also known as the Internet Archive. The intention of this site is just to provide a way to actually archive and maintain a history of the internet. There's so much information out there that's being produced constantly every day, and this site is trying to find a way to make sure we're able to maintain a memory of what's been produced. And what's neat about this site is it doesn't only maintain sort of static websites, but it also archives video, audio, podcasts, images, a wide range of things that you can actually look back on, which is really neat. One function of the site is they have the Wayback Machine right here, which is a really neat feature of the site. It actually allows you to type in a web address for a specific site and allows you to go back in time to see what that website looked like on a specific date. So let's do that. Let's go to CNN.com, and you'll see it's organized by year up here, and it goes back to 2000. This site, I think it was first sort of thought up in 96, and it was kind of brought into functioning order in 1999. And so you'll see that most of the information provided on it is from 1999 to present. Now I'm going to look back to 2001 on CNN.com, and I'm going to look at what was going on September 12th, 2001 at a specific time. Clearly, September 12th, 2001, that would have been the day after the Twin Towers were attacked. And I get to actually look back at this website on that specific day and see what it looked like and what were the top stories. So that's one of the kind of the neater features of the Internet Archive. I'm going to go back here and show you another function of it, and that is the universal access to knowledge. This part of the site actually lets me search for anything. I could type really in anything, but anything could have been archived in the past, and it'll bring up articles, videos, files, images, pretty much anything that's been on the internet for a specific event. So I'm going to look back at Sandy Hook Elementary, which was a tragic school shooting event just from a couple years ago, and click go. When I click go, it'll bring up, we'll see I have 191 results right here. It'll bring up a wide range of sources that relate to Sandy Hook and what happened there. You'll see on the right-hand side here, it'll show what kind of resource it is. So this is a movie. We've got audio. We've got some text and some concerts. You can actually click on the right-hand side to isolate the kind of resource you're looking for. On the right-hand side, I can also sort by collection type as well as topic, which could be helpful to actually look at a specific topic within this. So maybe I want to compare it to Columbine, so I could click there. Along the top here, I can organize my resources by the number of views, which I actually think is incredibly helpful to see which sites were looked at the most, because that kind of tells me what's popular. I can organize them by title, which isn't really as useful, by the date archived, which could be useful, as well as the creator. I can also look at these sites in two different views. I can look at it in the thumbnail view, which kind of looks like Pinterest, but it's a nice visual way to sort of see which ones are audio files, video files, as well as text. Another thing I can do is this site actually has an advanced search feature. So I can look for something more specific. So I could look for a specific title, creator, a description. I could search for a specific media type, and there's quite a few options here. I could also search through a specific collection. Now, this collection drop-down menu is pretty daunting when you open it. The number of collections here is kind of crazy. I'm not sure how useful it would be to actually look through a specific collection on here. I'd have to look into that a little bit more. Another really helpful advanced search feature is I can sort by a specific date range, which if I'm looking for an event at a point in time, that date range would be really helpful. Down here, I also have some other advanced search features that I can sort by, and it also provides me instructions for how to use certain search terms, operators, queries, or groupings to look for what I need. I'm going to go back to archive.org here. Now, you'll see that it also provides me some collections down here that I can sort through that might be useful. Things, community audio, community video. These collections might be something interesting to navigate through, but overall, archive.org is a great site to find a specific resource on a topic, something that's been archived back in time, to kind of see what people thought was important enough to remember from certain events. You could use this to really search from anything far enough back that it would have been archived. And that function of the Wayback Machine to actually look at a website at a point in time is a really neat feature as well. So I encourage you to try to use archive.org.